Hey everyone, Genome here, coming at you with the next episode of my comic book cover of the week review series. After a brief hiatus, totally accidental pause for a week there,
and he is most displeased with your apparent lack of progress.
I'm back again with the next installment. So this week I was kind of torn because there was technically two covers of a three-part series that I really wanted to show, and it's like, well, each of these I could probably show like as their own segment, but I'm going to go ahead and just put it together, just because it's so in keeping, and it's such an obscure kind of title anyway, so it's no big deal. But I forget what year this is. This is, I think, 87. Let me see here. Yeah, 87. By Upshot Comics, right? But we're talking about none other than the miniseries Dinosaur Rex. And I actually chose the covers from 1 and 3, and for a couple different reasons. But let's just go ahead and go into them real fast here. We'll start with the first one here. Now, granted, first off, there's probably not nearly enough of the picture here. I think it's done intentionally. I know it's unintentional, but I think the way they actually did it is done intentionally with a little extra over here of just, background, playing background and all that. But there's an awful lot of empty area up here, which is annoying. But the trade dress is really cool. And what the smallish art is just, I think, incredible. This is done by Henry Mayo. And let's just take a look at it. It looks deceptively simple at first. And it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. Nice, bold strokes, but it doesn't look like it's outlined in a huge way. See how, it's hard to do this backwards. The thigh softens up here toward where it gets to the shorts and all that, instead of just continuing on with the bold line. I like that. There's a lot of that in this picture. He draws this lady so amazingly well. She looks so good in a minimalist style. This camera doesn't like to focus too well when we get up close, but suffice it to say, her face and hair is incredible. The articulation of her body is just perfect, down to the toe bending upward. Oh, focus. It probably won't. It's natural looking and freaking incredible. She's not overly drawn, in fact, or stylized. She's a little stylized, but you see, she's larger down below than she is up top, which is a lot different than it normally is, in comic books, if you get my drift. So that's really cool. The guy in the back is all right. He's not particularly, I don't like him drawn inside very well much either. It's most of the attention was lavished on her as far as artistic ability, but he's okay. I do like that there's a slight angle to the rifle back there, and it's kind of interesting that there's smoke coming out of it, and he's indoors. It's did he just fire off a round by accident, or is he shooting a dinosaur that's coming through the window or something? What's going on? But then again, why is she posing like this, right? Then you got this freaking lizard / dinosaur butler standing by solemnly in the background. So awesome and cool, man. The filigree on this desk is muted but very nice, and looks very the ornateness is offset by a bit of plainness at the top, which is really cool. If you look really carefully underneath, everything is shadowed very nicely. This is excellent inking on both covers, actually, but just the shadow just lines up perfectly, and they didn't have to go through all that trouble putting it down there. It's even got a little smidge of shadow for where her toe, the edge of her foot is, right? Awesome stuff there. So, I mean, it's this is some kind of dinosaur bone friggin' lamp and all that. Just really cool, man. I just love it. I like the pose that she's in here. It just looks cool, man. She's just chilling on a desk, I don't know what else you can say about it, but she just looks amazing, I think. And like I said, there's not a lot of tons of cross-hatching or anything here, and it's not over-inked like crazy. Just straight to the point. I like it a lot. The last one is the third cover, and boy, is there a lot going on this one, as opposed to the first one was more of a static shot. This is more of an action shot, right? So once again, the same lady, except for now she's in dinosaur riding regalia, if you will. And the first thing I want to point out here, which I think is really great, is the rifle. The rifle perspective is absolutely perfect. It's once again at a kind of a strange angle from the body and to the viewer. It's not coming straight at it. It's not totally side profile. It's at a 45-degree inverse, I think. I don't know how else you would say it, but it just looks incredible. It's nice and straight. It looks realistic. A lot of times, like the cartoony guns look kind of either bulbish, too big, or looks like they have a curve to them, which they shouldn't be there. This one is straight and narrow as it should be, right, for like a hunting rifle. Lots of ornate details, and of course the camera won't pick them up, in the saddle and blanket here, which is really cool. And it looks like the lizard guy has shed his, if it's the same guy, I can't remember from the book, it's been so long, has shed his butler finery and is now coming along for the ride. He also has a very disturbing, like, humanish looking arm and hand there. You know, he's only got 3 fingers on it. Like, the anatomy looks very humanish, so it's like, is he some sort of hybrid? What is he? Gets you thinking, right, when you're looking at this thing. T-Rex itself looks pretty cool, man. Stylized, gnashing of teeth, but he has like the cat slit pupil eyes, which is a really nice touch. And he goes in there every now and then with just some highlighted like little scalations, not too much, which it'd be easy to get carried away, and he doesn't do that. More anatomically correct front arms for such a theropod dinosaur, right? And what is also a really minute but probably very pertinent detail to the eye is if you look down, she's wearing spurs, right? And if you look, there's blood underneath the stirrup there in her boot. So she's been digging in to this dinosaur. And you got to think, if you're going to control a dinosaur, or especially a gigantic theropod like a T-Rex or whatever, you probably got to put some gumption behind your proddings, right? So she's actually had to cut into his carcass, right?
That's gotta hurt!
And past his skin to get to it, but just really cool little detail there, and it's wacky, man. It's such a wacky picture. A little bit of good shadowing in the back with her hand behind, and the bit doesn't appear to be going through his mouth. It appears to be like embedded in his skull and his face, which is kind of cruel, it seems like, but once again, it'd be a tough beast to control otherwise, right? And how you gonna get a bit between the teeth of a T-Rex? It's hard enough with a horse, right? So, yeah, that's my covers of the week here. I guess I have to say covers of the week because there's 2 of them, but I just think these are amazing. The second one wasn't as good, but it was also well done, all by the same artist, of course, Henry Mayo. So, but just high-quality stuff from a title most people probably never heard about. Lots of these nice little indie runs back then, but just amazing looking. Lack of focus is also amazing, and I think highly worthy of being my comic book cover of the week. So anyway, thanks again for watching. I'm sure I'm going to have to take a lot of green screen time out of there just because a lot of the stuff here is green, so you'll see anything. So forgive me for having a poor choice of of green screen subjects, but it is what it is.
Sorry.
So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'd like to hear, especially about these little more indie titles. I like to hear what everyone's opinions are about them. But yeah, they were fun books back in the day, and they've been in my collection since the late 80s. I've had them since like the books or the newsstand, so it's pretty crazy stuff. Anyway, so I'm done rambling. So hope you enjoyed. Until next time, this is Genome, out.